So if you know me on a personal level at all, I might have a small obsession with flowers, just a little. And my whole life, I've loved flowers, but I think the moment that did it for me was the pandemic of 2020. I was alone and isolated, and Tilly and I would go for stroller walks every day around the neighborhood, her sleeping, me trying not to cry, and there were flowers everywhere. And so I started bringing all of these flowers into my house, and I needed the togetherness, I needed the hope, I needed the love that these flowers brought. I needed just a little bit of joy in a time that was really hard. And so I have become even more enamored with the flowers. And what is it about humans and our fascination with the beautiful buds which surround us? Obviously, the flowers dress for attention, seeking to be seen by insects, bees, and birds, and surely us. Over time, they have created elaborate attire, bright colors, and specialized parts for the best pollinators of their species to ensure their survival. Their evolution is surely a miracle to behold. Flowers scream fertility and life and creation, and ooh la la, their scent. North Carolina in spring is nothing short of magical. The air is thick with jasmine, magnolia, and honeysuckle, imprinting this moment onto our senses. Flowers are portals to memories. Some of mine are roses. Was my first job at Uncle Charlie's flower shop when I was 14, where I prepped thousands of roses every month with only a few finger pricks along the way. Lilacs bring me back to my childhood on my good friend Sonia's farm. Lily of the Valley, my grandparents' home, where it grew all down the hill to the lake, filling summertime memories with its scent. Hollyhocks, my mom's yard, and peonies, one of my childhood homes. Irises and alstroemeria remind me of our Memorial Day visits to the graves of our loved ones, where we tended their graves and left their favorite flowers in small cones of water. All our big occasions involve flowers. We mark our highest occasions with flowers. We mark our lowest occasions with flowers. We bring flowers to performers. We send them to our loved ones on special occasions, and sometimes for no occasion at all. Flowers help us to say we are sorry, show our love, and share our grief. Flowers give words to our feelings. When my baby girl hands me a tiny dandelion with pride and joy, she is saying, I love you. I hope this brings you the same joy it brings me. In religious traditions, flowers have been represented across the globe. In Buddhism, the lotus flower is seen as holy. Such beauty grows from the muck and dark depths of the pond to emerge as a beacon of peace and enlightenment. Christians around the country see the passion flower as representative of Christ's love for them. They use beautiful white lilies to herald in the resurrection of Jesus on Easter morning, whole sanctuaries filled with their sweet and potent smell. Flowers are used during the season of Ramadan to represent the beauty and majesty of Allah's creation, as well as a reminder of the ephemeral nature of life. Marigolds are held as sacred to the god Krishna in Hinduism, while other gods are given their own flower in kind. The pagan ceremony of Beltane involves creating flower crowns worn at the festivities of spring. And of course, the Unitarian Universalism flower ceremony, where a myriad of flowers are represented for their diversity and peace. Flowers are everywhere. And on a separate note, my mom raises the dead. Plants, that is. When we arrive at a garden center, she beelines to the clearance area, or the rack I fondly refer to as the dead ones. She happily carries them home, researches what they need, and carefully creates the needed environment, finding them a new home in her yard. Sometimes the spot might need a little tweaking so the plant can thrive. Through her loving and thoughtful care, the plant springs back to life, often to the point of needing to be trimmed back for fear of overtaking the other once dead, now alive plants. She shares transplants with others, and at the end of the growing season, she collects seeds, mailing them to people she knows or donating them to the local library seed bank where people can check out seeds to plant gardens. Her small city yard is an intentional oasis for the plants and critters, and she relishes watching them enjoy the flowers and food that Mother Earth provides. Imagine if someone found you at your lowest, when the world had all but given up on you, and said, "That one, I believe in that one," who is willing to learn who you are, what you need, not just to grow, but thrive, and who took the time and energy to get you there, who saw you as being so wonderful and majestic that they were willing to share you with others, so those others too could see your beauty. What a way to love. I believe this community can and has loved like that. And I know we can continue to love each other and help each other thrive. In my personal spiritual journey, I have often asked for opportunities to grow into my best self. Later, I remind myself I ask for this when I am frustrated and grumpy about facing difficult obstacles again and again. Growth, you see, isn't meant to be easy. There's often much work to be done in order to create the growth we need. When a seed splits, its shell bursts. Its guts spill out from the inside, and it looks like complete destruction. Then the roots begin to nestle into the earth below, and the stem begins to reach for the sky until the plant is sustained no longer from the seed, but from the environment in which it grows. The sun, the rain, the deep, rich dirt, the creeping workers underground who aerate and nourish the soil. All of these come together and the plant thrives until it is blossoming. Well, here we are, seeds on our journey, splitting time and time again as we gain more experience, more information, more understanding about ourselves and the world around us. Sometimes it looks like chaos. Sometimes we can see the sun almost peeking through. Sometimes we find assistance along the way. The fact is, we are all working to blossom. I like to think we are the people of many blooms. One day a sunflower, following the sun across the immense sky. Sometimes lily of the valley, bowing low to the earth beneath us. Sometimes a dandelion, blown out into the world. Sometimes a moonflower, closing in during the day and only coming out in solitude. We can be all of these things and none of these things and still have a place here. And this is really what Flower Communion is about. Our deep desire for connection, beauty, hope, community, and belonging. The thing is, we belong here. You belong here. We all belong in this web of spiritual growth, playing our part. We need all of the flowers to make this congregation flourish. So, whatever kind of flower you are, a lily, a lotus, a rose, a marigold, or a hybrid of sorts, you are welcome here. I propose we, the flowers, work to help those around us thrive, not just in our sanctuary, but also in our community. You see, flowers do not thrive in isolation. We need each other. The pollinators in our life will bring information, comfort, love, compassion, and hope so that we can all grow together. Let us continue to be the seekers of information about how to help each other thrive and grow, and then be willing to do something about it. I believe working together, we can create a much more beautiful bouquet than being on our own. Let's be the flowers to change the world, and maybe, just maybe, we can save it. Amen, and blessed be.